Here.
Yeah.
Okay, with the winning screenwriters of Awaken the Medium, we have Lee Bice-Matheson and Kevin Matheson with us. You guys are together, so I'm assuming you're related.
Yes. Happily married for a few decades now.
A few
Yes.
decades.
Yes.
You guys
Yes,
start
for
getting
sure.
into writing screenplays.
Well,
Well, Lee was an author before and had written three books. And then just before the pandemic, I guess, she asked me to join her on this adventure of writing a screenplay, thinking that we just wanted to get more into. Maybe you should talk about that part. Why screenplay?
I was doing a lot of book signings. So on my 50th book signing through Indigo, I decided to put my laurels of that up on a shelf for now, and I wanted to do a screenplay because everybody that I spoke to at the book signing said I can see your novels like movies in my head. So people have been telling me for over a decade you should be a screenwriter. So I said to Kevin, I'm going to do that, and would you join me?
Okay.
So we did the series, Page-Matheson series. I co-authored two of the three books with our loving son, J.R. Matheson. And then I wanted Kevin to join me on the screenplay writing.
But is this about your novels or is this a totally original?
Oh, totally original. Yes. Yeah, it's loosely based on, well, it's based on a near-death experience that I had. And it's also based on when we lost my parents 9 months apart. It's the grieving process of losing people. And we lost seven or eight people within 3 years.
Mhm.
And so when we were starting to write it was in the summer of 2019. We took courses like crazy. And then COVID broke out. And so that's when we really started to, with all the trauma in the world and the terrible things happening worldwide, we channeled our feelings and passion into this screenplay.
That's amazing. And then, are you ever thinking of doing a screenplay version of your novels?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so. Someday somebody wants to do that.
I think so. Yeah. And
Yes.
but you co-wrote those with your son, correct?
One of them was Wake Me Up Inside was myself, and then after that was Literacy Award winner, and then we did Destiny's Gate book two and Shine Your Light book
No, you're
three,
right.
and they did very well. We were in the top 100 paperback Shine Your Light in the United States for a long time, but we were number two hot release behind Stephanie Meyer's novel in her Twilight Saga, so that was pretty cool.
So, and then did your son get jealous that you asked your husband to do the screenplay and not him?
No,
Pretty good.
he's at university at that time. He was doing his PhD at
Yeah.
University of Toronto. So he was kind of saying, "Yeah, I can't do any more of this for now, Mom. Maybe after I graduate." But so I said, "Well, I'm going to do this with your dad. Do you mind?" And he said, "Not at all.
He was
Gotcha.
happy.
He's happy."
Is he graduated yet? Is he
He
graduated?
has. He
Yeah.
has. Yeah, he has a big job at Center for Addictions and Mental Health, CAMH in Toronto. He's a
I
research manager. Yeah,
I'm very much aware of it, that place. Yeah.
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 Our hats
So
off to him.
yeah, that's amazing though. So then that's a very rewarding job. I know it must be
Oh,
very difficult, but
yes.
and challenging, but that's helping make the world a better place, if I dare
It
say.
is,
Sure.
and that's
Yeah.
him.
And
Yeah.
no time for screenwriting right now, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
He
I,
does read our scripts, though. He
Oh,
does
yeah.
read every
He
revision
helps us out.
and gives advice.
I think he's going to get a lot of ideas from working that job for future
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
writing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Definitely.
Okay, so tell us about, so you kind of were motivated by there's like death and grief, but this is sort of like a librarian who
Yeah.
it's awaken the medium. So basically, a librarian who basically discovers that she has gifts, I guess, and
Yeah.
powers in her
Yes.
40s, right?
Right.
Is
Mhm.
Yeah.
this autobiographical in any way?
I would
Loose,
say it was loosely
loosely.
based in true experiences. Yes.
Yeah.
Were you a professor?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
But
Because the
teaching.
character is a professor, right? Yeah. Or
Yeah.
husband, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm as a chiropractor, I'm teaching people all the time and done
Okay.
lots of writing, news articles and just motivational things and that kind of thing. So it just seemed like sort of a natural thing. The classroom, I was pretty common and comfortable with, and it just seemed like a kind of a neat idea. Especially as the play goes, it's starting out as kind of a skeptic science guy, and then later on in the movie, I would be turning more into a believer of the supernatural things, which is truly what happened.
Yeah. But there's something interesting about that, right? Where like she's kind of in her like kind of not a I dare say a rut, or she's kind of, grinding
Oh,
along in her
yeah,
life, and all of
yeah,
a sudden just something changes, right? Like a
Yes,
near-death experience is like it's sort of like superhero in a sense, right?
right.
that's
Almost like a
right.
superhero origin story, if I dare
Yeah,
say.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
yeah,
That's
that's
it's
right. In the super.
so she has a near-death experience, which is based on my near-death in the first scene. That's what that was.
Okay.
That was based on what I experienced. And then it goes from there about how to cope with grief. And then she gets all these things that happen around her and hears her parents' voice and things like that. And then she realizes there's that evil force that's within the house, but it's really within the land. It's on the land as well. And so she realizes, oh no, I have to do something about this to save my family and protect them. So it's her awakening of her psychic medium gifts, and how do you use that to help others?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the big question is, do you believe in that? Do you believe that people have psychic gifts?
Yes.
Yes,
You
definitely.
you both believe that? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So medium is one that can kind of channel the death, I guess, right?
Yes, they speak
But
to people who have passed on. Like her parents, she would be speaking. Usually you do it for somebody else, but she's just basically waking up, and you see it through the whole 2 hour movie of the steps involved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to process.
Have you ever tried a medium before?
Yes, yeah. We went together, but to Lilydale in New
Yeah,
York.
I'm very much aware of
Yep,
Lilydale, outside
yep, been
Buffalo,
there
right?
several times.
well,
Yep,
Several times. Okay.
yep,
yeah, yeah, it's a
yes,
cool place.
it is.
There's some
Good people there.
amazing spirit in that place, and you can
Yeah.
just sense it wherever you go. And
Yes,
so many people would have very talented abilities there, and
Yeah.
I think it kind of helped with Lee here to really get her talents going that way. And myself, I'm a believer now, but I really was a skeptic in the beginning, and it's taken some seeing some pretty amazing things, and things change, so it's kind of
I'm
cool.
gonna dare I say another pop culture reference, but you guys are like Mulder and Scully. We're like
oh
you in and you out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yep,
sure. Thank you.
that's kind
The
of a good
X
one.
Files.
That's a good
All
one.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
Yeah.
cool.
No,
excellent.
I find it interesting. I guess my theory would be that I think people do have instincts and psychic abilities, but I
Yes.
think there's a lot of fraud out there.
Oh
Oh,
yes.
there is. And
Yeah.
that is part of the reason why we wrote this. That is part of it in the movie of
Frauds.
there is fraudulent
Oh, for sure.
out there, and that bugs me. That really bothers me. So we show that in the movie without giving too much away. We don't want to give it all away.
Hmm.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So then, okay, so tell me about your process. So
Of
you
writing?
you reached out to your chiropractor husband
Yep.
to write a screenplay with you.
Yes.
How did you guys kind of like what was your process writing together?
Oh, it was great, wasn't it? It was really great. We
That's
worked
good.
well.
We do really worked well
Yeah.
together. We
Yeah.
inspire each other.
Yeah.
And back to the beginning in the middle of 2019, and it started with how to write a screenplay in
Yeah.
60 days.
We did that.
So we
Oh
Yeah.
did
yeah,
that
okay.
online,
Yeah.
little bit each day, and kind of feed into it,
Very rough.
and then just more and more from there. Dave Trottier was a big experience for us, a
of the
big
screen
learning thing.
of the Screenwriters Bible. He's my mentor. I took courses from him, and then I shared that with Kevin, and I made him read the Screenwriters Bible
Yep,
cover to cover.
end to end for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah,
yeah. And then since then, we did a lot of contests to get the reader feedback, which really, really helped us. But our process of working together was we did a storyboard where we put ideas, and then we did an outline, a story outline, and then we did the recipe cards that they
cards.
tell you to do, in
Yeah.
Screenwriting 101, do so with all the scenes.
Yeah,
And then you can rearrange those scenes on the table together. And then we went to Writer
do it.
Duet was the best thing.
Fantastic.
You do it real time together.
So you guys had a lot of you guys did a lot of prep work I
Oh
guess, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Took it
Absolutely.
seriously, very seriously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But at the
Well, kind of
same time,
learning.
you've written novels, so you have
Yes.
understanding of story structure, I guess, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
I apologize. What were you going to say?
I was just saying, we're learning the process as we're going. So, like you
Yeah.
said, I mean, a lot of preparation for it, but learning how to write a screenplay, learning things like on the nose and whatever else. I mean, all this stuff we had to sort of gradually learn. But by reading a lot of critiques and understanding a lot about screenwriting, we did learn it. And it was kind of exciting. And then, yeah, getting the feedback from doing competitions
Yeah.
been very helpful as well. Dave Trottier and
Yeah.
screenwriting. Script analysis kind of stuff, people very helpful for us.
But we were
Learn from-
also working through the pandemic
Yeah.
Yeah.
frontline. So when everybody was on that emergency shutdown, we were working. So we went out every day through those terrible times where people weren't allowed to go anywhere. And so then we came home and we were like really feeling people's grief, on the front line, the people we were treating.
Yeah, you must have
And
been
so
burned out though. You must have been really exhausted.
well,
A
we
little
were
bit.
sort of, yes, you're tired, but at the same time, it was so overwhelming of a time for everybody through the pandemic. So for us, it was a way to channel our grief into this screenplay. That's how we coped with it. Otherwise, it was very, very sad what we were seeing in the patients that were coming in that were frontline workers. So it helped us to deal with that sort of, where do you put that grief and that passion. So this is what we did, this script.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that there's something really interesting about your main character where she has like in terms of like storytelling, she has a huge arc, right? And I think
Yes,
it's about like fighting through your inner fears and your inner demons and kind of finding yourself. I think that in this
right,
lifetime, I think a lot of people have a hard time coping with that, as you're
right.
Right.
probably witnessed with his job.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
and and she kind of like we love seeing that in film, right? Where she fights her fears and she perseveres, right? Where
oh
who
yeah.
she
Right.
is at the
Thank
beginning,
you.
who she is at the end is someone completely different, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Thank
Exactly.
you, Matthew, for saying that. Yeah. It was a real, she goes through a real process of, and she also does get a lot of help, outside of the house.
Sure.
But also the family. Many people that have read it through this whole process in the last 6 years have just said how they really feel it. And some of the readers had to stop reading it. They were crying. They said how the family pulls together. I wish I had a family like that, which made us sad because we just hope every family is really supportive, that comes together, even with different beliefs in that, right? You just
Yeah.
want everybody to help each other.
So what I find interesting is almost the method writing that you're doing because you're doing COVID, you're a chiropractor, so you're doing like you're helping people out, right?
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
medical world, you're both helping people out, and you're seeing like you're seeing the almost the best and worst of people, right? Meaning that
Right.
people kind of step up, right, during times of trauma, as we
Right.
noticed, and they're different because it's like they're all the crap goes away, right? Like about
Right.
like, oh, what did they say about me? Oh, I hope that they like me. All the stuff that boggles our mind
Right.
on a daily
Right.
basis, right? It's just survival mode, right? And then we go
Yeah.
into right? You saw survive people in survival mode where like they're just so then there's an interesting kind of dynamic, and then you're coming home writing this script, this particular script,
Yeah.
while you're doing that. Like I find that
Yeah.
interesting. Just a
Mhm.
comment.
Wow.
Yeah,
No.
Thanks
No.
for saying that.
Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I think it was the only way that we could process what was happening in the world at the time. We
yeah,
had to channel our minds into something productive.
Yeah, we're happy to do something productive was a
Yeah,
big thing. Yeah,
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Rather than the alternative, a lot of people got a little stuck, but we were happy to have something really
yeah.
fruitful to work.
And
Yeah,
hopefully it's a lot about grieving. And so there was so much grieving going on. Like
that's bad.
Kevin's mother died. We couldn't even go to her funeral,
Yep.
remember you couldn't do those things.
Yeah.
So it was a way of channeling all of that. Our heart and soul went into it, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And you're not able to like go through the process of grieving a loved one when during that time, right? So people are dying and you can't
Mhm.
even talk to your like be with your family. Different like we're talking on Zoom, but you know, there's a difference
Right.
between
Yes.
Yeah.
seeing
Yes.
someone in person, right? So yeah,
Mhm.
Awesome. Yeah.
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 Hmm.
So then, so this was started 6 years ago, and then you guys, I'm assuming, mini rewrites from there, like
Yes.
Yes.
My
refining.
goodness.
Yeah,
So
man.
I did want to say, so how we continued on doing it was Sean Cisterna, who is a Canadian director and filmmaker. He's in Toronto, out of Toronto. Mythic Productions is his company. So he put on LinkedIn, if you want to do a pitch, now's the time because everything's shut down. I'm not
Yeah,
traveling anymore. So I said, okay, we'll do it. And so, here we are, very green, very green. And so we did a pitch to him and he said, "Oh, I want to read this script." And so we sent it to him, and I mean, it was pretty raw, and he was so kind. He put it forward for consideration, and I think now he was being very generous because that was very raw back then.
Yes.
Then we got a letter of recommendation through the Golden Script in 2024. Then we almost won the Wiki. We were semifinalists, and
mhm.
they wrote us and said we almost won it. Came this close. So please don't stop it. And then the last year, we've had three different international contests say this deserves to be on the big screen, and that was like, pardon me, we just want to see it on a screen. But when they said that, and we had to read it. I had to read it
Amazing.
back and back saying the big screen. I'm like, wow, they think the ending is so theatrical,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, but you kept on kind of rewriting and like,
yeah.
Yeah.
you think it's at
And
a
of
great
course,
stage right now? Or are you going to continue to tinker?
I think it's pretty well ready to go, don't
Yeah.
you, dear?
Yeah, we do. We
Yeah.
like you always revise, right? Like
Sure.
Yeah.
even an author revises right up until the publisher says that's it, you can't do it anymore. So I mean, you're always sort of revising, and then even when you sell it, they're going to revise it. So yeah, we think it's in a pretty good place.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you read that? You read it. So what do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, no, it's there. It's getting, yeah, it's there. Like I think that you're ready to go on to another script, which I hope you do.
We
Well, we
are.
have.
We are.
Yeah, we already
Yeah.
started a comedy script.
Yeah.
A
We
comedy
started
script,
it.
okay.
We
Yeah.
started like, yeah, going to be a totally different idea, but we've had some
Yeah.
personal experiences once again, which has kind of led us into the idea. And of course, we love comedy and laughter is important, and
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
so it's going to be a beauty to
Yeah.
have it. Yeah.
And Kevin's very funny. I
Yeah.
said you're gonna be the lead on this,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
on the
Well,
comedy.
awesome.
He's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, maybe, but I heard that all chiropractors are funny. I think that that's a
Yeah.
thing.
We try, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know the body so well. You can get into that funny bone, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, there's certainly lots of comedic moments and pretty well have to make people laugh every time, especially
yeah.
if they're in pain, you know. I mean, it's actually doing them a service.
Yeah,
Get them
totally. Yeah.
laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
no,
is
that's
the what
good.
is the magic of the back? What's going on with the back? How come everybody's like how do we fix the back? It's such a mystery now. Are they ever going to figure
Well,
that out?
well, I mean, the problem with the back is that it holds all your tension.
Yeah.
Like you can't help it. It's in your spine, the lower back, middle back,
Yeah.
neck and shoulders.
Yeah.
The mystery is really keeping it moving properly, right? And if a
Yes.
person's not exercising enough or stretching, they're probably going to need a chiropractor.
Yeah.
And then some do too much, they aggravate things, and they're going to need it again. And it's again to get things moving properly.
Yeah.
That,
But some
those are
of
the
it's
people.
like psych like not it's like emotional, right? There's like emotional baggage that goes to the back.
Absolutely. Cause those
Yeah.
muscles to tense right up, and all kinds of problems can develop. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Emotions
is
for
it
sure.
also an evolutionary thing where like us humans kind of are up right now that we're not supposed to be where we are? Like, I don't know. I'm just
There's
not
that.
I'm
And then of
spitballing.
course, the other thing, the evolution of the text. So
Yes.
text neck, right?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that's a
yeah,
huge thing. Just working at computers, sitting all the time.
yeah,
Sitting at a movie is okay, but any other time you sit, it's not good for you. I
yeah.
joke. I joke because we love watching movies.
No, no, no.
Plus,
I sit down all the time, right, working,
yeah,
but it's like, yeah, you got to get up
yeah,
and move, right?
Yeah.
that's
That's
right.
right.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
Okay, so you're doing a comedy, and then you guys are keep writing, which is great because
Yeah.
you like usually like a married couple doing a secondary. That's like you guys work together too. That's
Yeah.
pretty extraordinary that you guys spend so much time together.
So we're pretty
It
awesome.
is, and any patient that knows us knows we have really, both of us have a really funny sense of humor.
Yeah.
And we also know when to stay out of each other's way. Kevin's the chiropractor, I do the front desk,
Yeah.
and we don't mix it in between.
Yeah.
So I don't start acting like I'm the professional chiropractor.
Yeah. I call that know your role.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
That's right.
Yeah, that's how it
perfect.
works.
Yeah.
So yeah, then your books look amazing as well. Like for teens, young adults, I think
Oh,
that there's a
thank
great
you.
audience there, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna assuming you're gonna translate one of them into a screenplay soon enough.
Yeah, a lot of people have asked that.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure. I don't know if we could do that. I wish somebody else would do that for us, truthfully. We
Oh,
spent a
really?
lot of time on the Page-Madison series. That was over a decade,
Yeah.
and I lived and breathed it. And
It's almost like you don't want to go back.
I don't
Yeah.
actually. I wish somebody else would love
That
to
makes
do that
sense.
for us. Yeah,
That makes
yeah,
total sense.
yeah.
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 Yeah, they look all great. So yeah, you guys are on your way. Are
Thank
you done
you.
with book signings as well?
I did. So my last one was at
2019,
yeah, 2019, the first day of fall. That was the last one I did back at Stony Indigo, Stony Creek, third time back. Then I got a call from Eaton Center. They wanted me to do a special Christmas signing, which was a real honor. Really, it was.
But people don't
And I
know that's
said,
the Eaton Center is the big mall in downtown Toronto.
yeah, and
Yeah.
they never do Christmas signings, but they really, because there was such a demand for our series, they wanted us to come back. And I said respectfully, I declined because I was done. I knew I was done with being the author, and I really, really wanted to. This is what I love is the
Wow.
screenwriting
So you love
with
movies.
Kevin.
Because we asked you guys what movie you've seen the most of times in your life in the blog interview, and you guys answered guys gave out a lot of movies.
Yeah.
We
Over.
did, yeah,
Yeah. And the list keeps growing. I
yeah.
certainly love lots of movies.
We love movies.
Yeah.
It's you know what? Movies bring everybody together in the family, right? That's why we love movies so much. We have many memories in our family of three where we watch movies together and we remember at that time what was going on in our lives. Whereas a book, you read it by yourself,
Yeah.
it's more isolating. The movies is what brings people together and you feel things together. If you go to the movie theater, you can feel the audience vibe, you
Yeah.
Yeah.
know?
Well, listen,
It's really
it's a big discussion, even with I do for a living, like because going back to the theater is not the same anymore. We used to do festival, the Carlton Cinemas, you guys in Toronto. We
right.
used to do festivals there all the time, and it's like not the same anymore. The generation is not doing what you described. Like they're more doing it on they're more watching movies themselves,
Right,
Right.
right.
right?
Solo. Yeah.
So and
Yeah,
they're not in with that experience that you just described. Like it'd be like 100 people watching one image, flickering image on a screen, and
right.
everybody feeling that emotion at the same time, right? So
Right.
Well, we hope that it'll get back to that. We really do. I
Yes.
think that, like everybody says, the first thing that we did, which I didn't mention, was we read this Walter Murch in the blink of an
sure,
eye. He's a film editor, right?
yeah, yeah,
You
it's the
know
sound
him.
guy. He's a
Yeah,
brilliant
he's
sound designer.
and
Yeah,
and editor. He's an editor, and
yeah,
so we were told before you write your screenplay,
yeah,
make sure you read from that perspective. And it's the best
yeah,
thing we were ever told because what we learned from him was every scene, the audience has to feel something,
yeah,
something. And so that's what we kept saying. And what's that saying? Cut the scene, go in last and get out early, or whatever it is.
yeah.
Um,
Enter late, Eve
Endley.
early.
yeah,
Right.
and
Yeah,
leave early. Yep. So we really learned all of that, and that book was like a real eye opener for us. And so we really took a lot of the lessons that he said, and I think it
that's
really helped
amazing.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the book is almost 50 years old and it still resonates. His
Wow.
Exactly.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
It's a great book on sound. Like, yeah, he's a brilliant director, and he was around. If you read George Lucas's book, he was around Lucas during that time, and
Right.
in Coppola. Like
Right.
he's got a lot of different perspectives to take, right? So
Right.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much, and let's talk when we showcase another screenplay of yours.
Oh, thank you very much, Matthew. Thank you for
Absolutely.
having us.
Thank you.